to your sword there! Hold still, men! Hold still! I want true allies! Take me away from all this pain!
And here we go. Hello everyone, Ellington here, and welcome back. We are on the settlement of Tulafurdum, and as you can see, we have got ourselves a little bit of a sally out here from the defenders. We have two Pontic mercenary Celtic light horse coming out trying to get the Greek heavy onager here. Looks like he's got 10 of the crew, but so far looks like okay. Now the next unit is coming over and getting into the archers. Got some Royal Thorax swords here from Egypt, one of the attackers, coming to try and support the archers. I'm kind of surprised, though, that he is not also at the same time running those archers away. Some slightly slow micro here, and really not a great decision leaving that onager completely exposed like that. Now look at this, another mercenary Celtic light horse coming out here. So real quick, Pontus is being commanded by Breaker of Bones. Egypt being commanded by Rondo Cluel? I'm not sure exactly how to say your name. I apologize. You can see off in the distance here we have Arverni being commanded by Legacy. Sorry, I just had a brain fart here. Carthage being commanded by Me Beans. And then for the final defenders, we have Seleucid being commanded by Loco Roco. And RDI being commanded by Freezy Sobreezy. You know, yeah. Okay, yep. Yeah, okay. Anyways, so Egypt is finalizing, finally killing off the leftovers here. It looks like the mercenary Celtic light horse actually was kind of able to get away, but it's coming back to engage the Egyptian general again. Looks to me like the Ptolemaic Cav gen is kind of all over the place, and once again, like, his archers just completely and totally exposed. These, these light horse really getting more kills than they probably should. The artillery did survive, thankfully, and man, he's lucky they didn't have another unit because this this Nubian bow would have been gownsy. Now, something we did miss, Arverni had pulled up here with some of his Gallic hunters and taken out the two artilleries here using the snipe ability with the archers. So basically he was able to kind of set up right here and shoot at the crew, which are, exposed from this angle. The crew from this angle are protected by the hitbox of the artillery is very, very large. So think of it like they've got a big force field in front of them, so you can't hit anything behind them. Carthage over here, I noticed, spent a lot of money on his cavalry. 2 units of the mercenary companion cav. It's a lot of money on cavalry for an attacker. Now this is not going to be fun for the attackers. This settlement, Tulafurdum, this is pretty much the typical attack spot for most people. Sometimes, depending on how many players you have, you'll have somebody attack here as well, as you can see Egypt is doing. Typically, you see it more for like a 4v4. So you've got Arverni and Carthage attacking here. Now, what they're going to have to deal with in the process is a lot of missiles. You can see on the hill, we have a lot of slingers. Got some Illyrian Marines set up. Now, in front, you have a lot of Illyrian Marines set up here to throw their javelins over the heads of the first-line defense of Illyrian Raiders. Carthage is leading right off with some of his medium mainline infantry, a lot of his Libyans coming in right off the bat. Same thing for Arverni. Chosen Swords already getting up on the settlement. Not much in the way of like Celtics or anything. We do have a Celtic warrior there. But yeah, so as the attackers are getting on these walls, they are just facing a barrage of missiles. And on this side, you can see Egypt isn't even close to getting on the walls. Got ladders here. His artillery was firing, but I don't really know what it was firing at. I think it might have been firing at this wall. This wall over here is destroyable. But the only place you can land a tower on this wall is right there. That is it. You cannot land a tower anywhere else on this wall. Now you can see the Gallic Hunters have moved forward now. That doesn't look like they're quite shooting anything yet. I think they're running away now because the Syrians moved up. Got some kind of janky formations here from Carthage. I don't know if Carthage was trying to sneak through something. I don't know, but this weird column formation was happening. You can see a little bit of a breakthrough. Arverni getting through into some Illyrian Marines, but look at this. They're leaving open a huge gap here that will really allow them to get around things if they want to. They could even get right up into the slave slingers up on the hill there. They do still have a lot of javelins to face here. Look at all the silver tier stuff here from RDI. It looks like RDI just went mass jabby spam. I haven't seen any Illyrian noble hoplites yet. He could have some hidden, but considering all the silver chevrons and all these units, I doubt it. Yeah, he spent a lot of money on these lower tier units. See a couple units from Pontus showing up now, some Mercy Celtic warriors. Then over this way you got some thorax swords from Salukin. Huge fight here, Oathsworn. Wait, where's the... There we go, there's the Oathsworn. Oathsworn in here, a couple Celtic warriors in here. That thorax sword's not going to last much longer against the Oathsworn. Illyrian Marines actually falling back a little bit. It looks like they're going to take the little alleyway and maybe get out of here. And the attackers look like they've already got a pretty solid foothold on this section of the wall. This is, this is a good thing. You know, a lot of times with the defenders, if you can just choke them off in this area here, you're looking golden. So if the attackers are able to bust through into this spot, they have a pretty good push going then. So the question now will be the decision whether or not they decide to kind of hold here, or do they fall back even further. If I was them, if they fall back, I would fall back to where that green line is. They could even, if they wanted to, do something like that, you know what I mean? It does mean that they need to defend this hill. You know, typically, if you're going to give up this area, you want to pull off of this hill instead of waste the units on it. But the downside is that means you also have to give up all of this as well because of the overlook here. You can't defend this center area if you don't control this hill. If you lose this hill and give that to the attackers, then the attackers have an excellent overview of this central area. This is not the point, by the way. The final point of the settlement is back here. I remember we had a really fun game on this one way back in the day. It was actually covered on Apollo's channel. It was in, you probably, if you guys watch Pixelated Apollo, you've probably seen the video because it was a really big video for him. Did really well. It was on this settlement of Tuliferdum, but it's really well known for the amazing fireball shot that happened. And we were the defenders, which I was one of the defenders, we were able to come back with like 2 Cav gens and an Oathsworn gen or something like that. It was a really, really fun one. You can see this is a really, really nasty part about this defense is this hill's overwatch area is just disgusting. You can shoot into everything that gets onto this wall. And in reality, the attackers can't really shoot back at you. The settlement is typically more successful with multiple artillery on the attackers. So you can see that Carthage has spent a lot on his. He's got a Carthaginian heavy onager, and he has not been shooting it. I think he might be lining up to start doing that right now. But this settlement, if the attackers bring multiple artilleries, it does make taking this area up here a lot easier because you can lay down a lot of firepower here. Lyrian Marines now defending here against the Oathsworn. Oathsworn 156 kills now. Egypt just now getting to the walls here. And in reality, like, he's not even attacking yet. He had some hidden units. They were over in the distance here. A couple thorax swords and a Galatian swordsman. How hurt are his archers? I don't know how much damage he really took. I mean, a decent amount, but they're definitely still usable. So these, oh, he did two Pontic Peltis. Oh, and look at this. Oh, Egypt, please don't let it happen again. I don't really know exactly what I don't think this is a good idea by Pontus, personally. And I also don't know why he already used Second Wind on his general. That was odd. I think that a lot of these players might be random players. I'm not sure that any of them are from the Discord. I know that Legacy is. I know Legacy is from the Discord. And I'm pretty sure that they are playing on ultra funds. I mean, all of the chevrons on all the troops, the massive movable artilleries, which cost a gazillion gold. The, like, Carthage bringing 2 companion cav. I think they're playing on ultra funds here. Gallic Hunters here doing really well. 132, 154. And then he's got 2 that are still pretty healthy on ammo. Egypt has moved up on this side. He's been up here for a little while, but we're just now kind of looking at it. But they are really getting tore up here by Seleucid's defense. Shield Bearer General from Seleucid. I'm really surprised here that Pontus... I mean, look at this. 3 Libyan Peltis. They're all triple silver chevron. Like, I'm not really sure why. And I think, did he lose his gen? No, but he did lose 15 men out of it. And what did he get out of that? 7 kills? It was definitely not worth it. Like, I think he was trying to sneak into the archers here. But as soon as that Thorax turned to stop him, he should have just turned around and gone back in. Hoplites getting shot up by the Cretans. Not sure that's really the place you want to shoot here. 80 armor. You know, and you're shooting right into their front, so right into their shields. Gotta get some screenshots, you know it. So the units on the hill are actually, looks like they might be trying to get off of the hill now. You can see the artillery shooting into them as they clump up here on the ramp down off the hill. Well, now some of the slingers are going back. A lot of arty fire. 30 kills, though. I mean, that's really not much. You can see all of Pontus back here. Looks like a bunch of Pontic swords lined up. Got 2 of his bronze shield pikes. Look at this. Triple silver chevron. Good lord. The Syrian archer. I didn't catch how many kills it had. Ooh, fresh Oathsworn now in. So they did break open a wall here, allowing like the cavalry and stuff to come in. Oh. Already still getting in there. Companion cav coming in, but I don't really know exactly what it's going to do. The settlement is not very, you know, it's not the greatest for cavalry. Look at all this, guys. Just crazy amount. So yeah, look at all the Oathsworn. I'm not used to like playing on ultra funds, so when I see battles with ultra funds, it's like, good lord. So much! What can men do against such reckless hate? If you guys don't know where that comes from, I'm very disappointed in you. Yeah, A royal thorax sword and then 2 standard thorax swords now up on the walls. They are really just being suffocated up against the wall here by the hoplites. A couple mercenary Celtic warriors. The Egyptian player here is using formation attack. That's why when you could see like his unit is staying very straight, is because he's using formation attack. But it typically means that a lot of your unit really isn't fighting and not doing anything. It doesn't look like he's using it over here, but he is using it on that one. There we go. That's a good shot. That was a really nice shot into the back of the Celtics there. You can hear the Pontic Royal Cavalry moving around in the background. Ooh, RDI's got Cav over here. Illyrian Cavalry just sitting here. He didn't go out because Carthage had his companion Cav around. They still have not been able to take out this hill yet. If they can take up the hill, they can really put pressure on the defenders. But Arverni, I mean, he still has some stuff. God almighty. Oathsworn, Oathsworn. He has like 3 other Oathsworn in here. Oathsworn, 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 Oathsworn. Like, good lord. Mercenary Noble Fighters are in now. A couple units of Libyan infantry as well still. The Nobles might be able to get into this, you know, quickly and might minimize some of the damage. Oh no! Companion Cav coming around. Oh, Thorax should not go shield wall here. They go shield wall, now they can't shoot their javies at the Companion Cav as they charge by. Oh, I think that was a boo-boo by Seleucid. I don't think that was a good move. And Pontus here, his Cav getting caught flat-footed. You know, for our D&D fans, you know, you know what flat-footed means. That's not good for you. No one likes a rogue catching someone flat-footed. That's a good way for the other person to die. He's going to try and get his gen out, but I think his gen might have already died. Pike's trying to sort of set up, but they're all out of sorts. Companion Cav at 106 kills now. Pontic Swords getting the javies off that the Thorax should have gotten a long time ago. Now you got the Illyrian Cav coming over to help. Egypt seems to be gaining some ground. I'm kind of, well, there they are. I was going to say, I'm kind of surprised Pontus hadn't put his pikes in, but they have. And then the Cretan archers, I guess, are out of ammo? Which is not good because they need those to take out the pikes here. See more Pontic swords moving up. Libyan Peltis have not fired, it doesn't look like. It looks like the Companion Cav is gone now. Being 100-some kills is not bad for the attacking cavalry. Alright, we got Oathsworn and Noble Fighters fighting together. But honestly, they probably should have pulled the Oathsworn as the Noble Fighter charged in. Please don't send in this other Noble Fighter. No, Carthage. Alright, guys. If you don't know this, this is not going to do anything. You have 3 units layered on top of each other trying to break through this one. That's not going to assist you. The Oathsworn is in priority right now. The 2 Noble Fighter units are basically stuck behind, not doing anything. So they're exhausting themselves out for nothing. You know, I mean, they're breaking a unit now, but that is not because of 2 Noble Fighters being there. Companion, the 2nd unit Companion Cav from Carthage now going in. The Illyrian Cavalry is not going to do well here. They're both melee Cav, but the Companion Cav is much better. Companion Cav are just expansive. Lost a couple, but I'm pretty sure that's more to the Javi, or wait, okay, Slingers back here. Less to do with the Illyrian Cavalry. Not sure why he's running away from that. You have a melee Cav, you could have stayed in that and probably done perfectly fine. Now up top, we've got 2 triple chevron Libyan infantry trying to break through these Illyrian Marines so they can continue their push up the hill. But then after that, another Illyrian Marine and some slave slingers. Arverni and Carthage still have multiple stuff back here. I'm kind of surprised they haven't moved the rest of their stuff in yet, but I mean, it's not a huge deal. They're still doing relatively well, so...
Gotcha!
I really disagree with what Carthage is doing here. Like, I mean, I guess he's getting behind here, but in reality, what's he going to get into then? I guess he could come back and get behind this, or he could maybe wrap around that. But I would just stay in and finish off this Illyrian cavalry that's chasing you around. Just a little odd. Nice move by Arverni, moving his some of his Oathsworn along the wall. He may be able to turn that around and flank the Thorax here. Yep. And that's going to be really, really painful. 181 kills on this Oathsworn and has only lost 30 men. They need to be careful, though. They got some archers set up here that are shooting over at the Oathsworn now, but they actually have an amazing shot over at the Noble Fighters. That's where I would be shooting. Not at the Oathsworn. This is just not a... Like, Oathsworn are good to kill, yes, but this is not a great angle. If you look at this, you have a much, much better angle over this way, right into the back of the Noble Fighters. Gallic Hunters, which I'm pretty sure are out of ammo. The Campanian Cav is now kind of getting into the back of all this stuff from Pontus. Pontus's defense over here is just a little all over the place. There doesn't seem to be much cohesion out of it, personally. Pontus, I'm sorry if you watch this and you hate me for what I say, but it's just what I'm witnessing. The only thing I can say what I see after the fact, you know what I mean? Ooh, Thorax swords. Down to 82 men with only 14 kills. That's hurts. All right, here we go. So they've actually been able to get up here. I don't know why RDI left this choke point here. I guess maybe to draw the enemy in so that he could use his Marines and shoot them. That seems to be the case. Nice jabby toss. Ooh, got a couple there. Ooh. They say 8. But then the Chosen Spears getting their own dose of the javies from the Illyrian Marines, which are now going to go square formation. Which basically means they're just going to stand there and be annoying. They can surround this one. They could probably break it down a lot quicker. Break it down now. Do. Can't touch this. Sorry, I had to. Now we do seem to have some retreating from the Pontus player, but Seleucid doesn't seem to be doing anything at the moment. Not really sure why he hasn't charged in here, or why his gen is still over here, or why he has a small unit over here. I really honestly don't have any idea what Seleucid's doing right now. I don't know for sure, but I guess possibly Seleucid maybe could have dropped? Usually I ask the players to tell me if they have, and I don't remember them saying anything about a player dropping. That was a really nice charge there by the Campanian Cav into the back of the Thorax sword over here, though. Yeah, like, right now I'm really confused at Seleucid. I don't know why. So, like, Pontus has fallen back. RDI, I'm pretty sure, is pretty much out of this fight. So I don't know why Seleucid is just standing in this center of this area about to get, like, smacked here by some noble fighters. And then you have the leftovers of Egypt coming in. You're going to have the rest of Arverni's forces coming through. Not only that, if they have any archers left, they'll be able to get up here and do their own damage. I'm just really confused at what their plan is. Looks like the Campanian Cav's going to come over and capture the tower. Seleucid does have a thorax pike, but all the way at the point. I don't like when people leave their stuff here. It really needs to have, like, if anything, like, keep your reinforcements here or something so that you can move them forward if you need them. I guess Seleucid was able to throw a unit into this gap and hold it. Thorax swords, but the Oathsworn once again are going to be able to go right through this pretty much. Now the archers are those. Yep, those are the out of ammo ones. More Oathsworn moving in the back. Carthage has now moved up with the rest of his forces. A couple African pikes, some mercenary Cretans. Why is this a thing? Why are Cretans back here? I don't get that. Cretans have literally all of their ammunition. So Seleucid did finally fall back. Is this so that's 89? Yeah, so for some reason the noble fighter flag is back here, but the noble fighters are up here. Not a good place because you could see the missiles coming in here. Why is this Syrian here? This Syrian has got to have ammo. It's 3 kills. Come on. Why is this Syrian in combat, Seleucid? I'm sorry, but I need that answer. I don't really know why the companion... There you go. Get into those archers and get rid of them. Noble fighter down to 37 men, 165 kills. Companion cav charging in the back of the Syrian archers. Yeah, like, this is just a complete waste of a Syrian archer unit. I literally have no answers as to why they are doing the things that they are doing. Oh god, the Arverni archers now getting into that spot and shooting right into the thorax swords. Why are your thorax swords not doing things? Why are you standing here? I don't... It literally boggles my mind what is going on with this Seleucid player. And now the noble fighter gonna sandwich the thorax sword, so that thorax sword is Gaunzi. And this one's about to be gone too. Egypt does have a thorax pike, so that'll be useful. 193 kills on the companion cav, and somehow it made it out alive. I really don't know how. This is one of those, like, battles where you're just like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just going with the flow. At this point, I can only just kind of give you the play-by-play and tell you what's happening as it goes. Do I have any answers as to the thoughts behind the players' minds at this point? No idea. This Seleucid player really looks like a drop player. It really does. I can't find any other answers to why these units would not be doing something. Same thing over here as to why they have an archer just standing here. Your general is way out of position. Like, all of your allies are defending back here, and he's up here. This, like, I want to say it's a drop player, but I have no idea. You could see that the thorax swords were kind of forced to engage. The attackers went into combat and forced them to turn. That does, oh my god. It forced them to turn their backs to the Gallic hunters and the javelins from the noble fighters from Carthage. Oh no. They're also in shield wall now in a completely open field. 232 kills on this noble fighter, and he's about to get a shit ton more. Really nice shot here, though, by the slave slingers from RDI, though. Shooting right in the back of the Oathsworn, but now the Oathsworn's going to turn and go after the other thorax sword that is also, once again, doing absolutely nothing. This one's down to 68 men. Looks like they're going to use one Gallic Hunter to hold it in place while they kill it with the Noble Fighter. Now, Pontus sent out a couple of Pontic swords to engage here. They are going up against some Oathsworn here. 97 men left. The Shield Bearer General for Seleucid is all out of whack. You know, units doing dumb things, being dumb. Now the Noble Fighter, I guess, moved over here and is now flanking the other Thorax Sword, while the Oathsworn keeps it pinned in place. The Oathsworn is getting ripped to shreds, though. Got a tiny Chosen Spear. I'm not 100% sure why Verni's not getting around in some of these places. Maybe surround the general, get rid of it, hurt their morale a little bit. Or you could get behind the Pontic swords. Bounce power definitely looks like it has moved into the attacker's favor. But it looks like they're going to get caught by a Pontic sword.
We are taking trophies!
All right, got a couple units moving up the settlement. Lyrian Noble Hoplite General from RDI here. Slave Slingers look like they're going to run away. Run away! Every time I do that in my head, every time I say something about run away, I always, like, reference that song. Now, they've got two Oathsworn in a really shitty spot here, Arverni. Kind of pinned up against this wall, or these, like, houses here. Pinned up between, you know, two Pontic swords, which, like, given or not, like, you know, the super epic, amazing unit in the game, but they're solid enough, for sure. Somehow this Pontic Royal Cav is alive, because he's given, you know, he's giving buffs to units. Carthage moving up, looks like he's bringing his archers forward. And then some of the archers from Arverni coming forward as well. Arverni's getting pretty low on infantry, to be honest. Well, this one's pretty healthy. And he still had his general. So their biggest, like, difficulty is going to be the pike. Did Pontus lose his other pike, it looks like? Pontic swords are going to retreat to that pike line now, which is probably the best idea. Shield Bearer is still holding out. I don't really get why they don't just send another unit over to help finish that off. You can see Carthage and the leftover of Arni over here coming up. And I think the archers are going to get ready to start shooting. Now, are they going to shoot? I think I maybe go after this. Or if you can get a good shot, you can go after the Noble Fighter or the Lyrian Noble Hoplites. I just hope they don't, like, shoot right into the front of them, because that's really not going to do too much. So, what's basically going to come happen now is the attackers have two options of where they can go. The straightforward option is right up the hill, straight to the point. But the defenders do have forces over this way, so there is also the option of coming through on this gap and making your way down here. So there are a couple options on how the attackers can approach this. It looks like, I mean, they have pressure coming over here, but a lot of their healthier stuff is actually over here. So my question is, can they deal with the pikes? And if they can push this way. If they can't deal with the pikes, then they're probably going to have to commit more stuff to the frontal assault, the more straightforward one. We do have some of our Verni sneaking around, getting jabbied by the Silver Shield Swordsman from Seleucid, which, as everything else Seleucid has done for most of this game, they are doing nothing but throwing javelins. Legacy, if you watch this video, because you're the one who sent it, can you let me know, did Seleucid drop from this game? I feel bad like criticizing somebody if they literally had dropped or something. But like, if they hadn't dropped, then I can be honest with you, I don't feel bad about it. So Arverni's being smart here. Your pikes are here and they don't fully cover. So Pontus had to set a smaller unit of hoplites here. So Arverni is putting his troops on this side to focus down the hoplites because they can fight the hoplites. They can't fight the pikes. Those sworn are really, really, really good, but they can't fight pikes. Now the Illyrian Noble Hoplites are holding pretty well as well. 95 kills so far. Seleucid's Silver Shield Swords did get 34 kills on those javelins, but that's pretty much it. The Pontic General just running around, but he's dead, I'm pretty positive. Yep, in General dead. He would be so lucky if he had one guy and the one guy left was the general. I would be like, seriously? There we go. Carthage now got his archers focusing that pike. I think that is prime target. And you can see they are about to break. And once they break, Arverni can fully commit his stuff and get around. It'll allow, honestly, basically, oh man, I don't know. Because like, my thought is, I would just go that way, nullify Seleucid that is doing nothing, and just go around him. If you go up here, you're going to have to walk your ass through 3 different units of Seleucid, including 2 Silver Shield Swords. I would say just go this way and walk around them. Noble Fighters 268 kills now. Noble Hoplites 111 down to 134 men though. So still holding up very, very well. And I don't know why they're really I really don't know why Carthage is wasting his ammo on the Silver Shields. They've got a pike up here that they should probably focus that ammo on. Yeah, I'm not really sure why Arverni and Egypt decided to go into this. They really didn't need to. Royal Thorax Sword going to come over and engage the Silver Shields, but they're probably going to die before they do much else. I just noticed a lot of kind of like missed opportunities for both sides. Like, there are definitely spaces to get around this unit. I'm really not sure why they are not taking advantage of those to surround this defense. If you can surround it, you can get through these Illyrian Noble Hoplites a hell of a lot faster. And the other thing is, I don't really know why their 2 units are set up like this. I know why they didn't just use one pike and push it forwards. I think RDI is making the right choice in running his Noble Hoplite away, though. Setting it up here is probably going to be the best option for him. But then now Pontus is sending a unit further up? Why? I guess they're condensing their line or something?
Take their heads!
Now I'm not even sure they're doing that. Oh, wait a minute, look! Seleucid's unit, oh, it's because Arverni engaged it. Which I still don't really understand why he engaged it. I at this point in the battle, I am like 100% positive that this Seleucid player dropped, and that's why his units are being dumb. But once again, that tells me, like, as an attacker at this point, I would just walk around the units that are doing nothing because they don't do anything. attacker or AI is dumb, pretty much. Egypt sent his archers for it. I think probably just sending him up as bantha fodder. Archers are shooting at the thorax, which I really think is the correct. I think that's the place to shoot at. Yeah, they're starting to do some damage now. Ponta's actually sent a unit over here, and I'm not really sure why. Got Oathsworn, Thorax Pikes. Alright, Illyrian Noble Hoplites pushing into battle now. Make short work of the archers here. Nubian bows, Bretons, and Gallic hunters. Pontic Royal Cav not getting very good kills, 61. Yeah, this pike is just getting shredded by archers. 123 out of 160 now. Both Silver Shields, 89 kills and 64 kills. Got some Arverni units sneaking around. They're probably going to get engaged by the Pontic Sword here. It's a depleted sword unit, so it's not a huge deal. General's Bodyguard. What the hell is the General's Bodyguard doing? Not sure what the hell is happening there. And Egypt's general's just sitting back there, not really needing to do anything. Pontic swords are breaking. The thorax pikes, look at that. 103 men shattered. I mean, he lost his general earlier, so that kind of makes sense. 0 kills on him. Pontic swords just feeding right into the African pikes. I don't really get why. Seleucid is out of the game now. And it looks like it is really just down to the Illyrian Noble Hoplite. Look at this Illyrian Noble Hoplite, though. 430 kills. A lot of that was against pretty junk units, though. Like, he ate through, like, 3-4 units of out-of-ammo archers there. He would have 446 kills. He would have a hell of a lot more chevrons if it was, you know, decent units. But you can see they are now just coming to the point of surrounding this unit. That's a cool shot. There we go. And that is it. The Noble Hoplites shatter. Alright, so first off, we have Egypt here, 1962. Archers doing pretty solid. 224 on the Royal Thorax. Pretty good overall. We've got Carthage with 2,081. Me Beans. Archers, once again, doing pretty good. Noble Fighters doing really, really well. 213 on a Libyan infantry. And finally, Legacy with 3,290 kills. Look at the Oathsworn. 619, 340. Very, very well done. Now, Seleucid, Loco, Roco. We've got 1,523. I mean, his infantry did fine enough, but I think he would have done much better if he didn't drop, which I'm pretty sure he did. Breaker of Bones, Pontus, 1,714 kills. Infantry, solid enough overall. 149 on a pike. Look at the chevrons, jeez. Breezy so breezy as RDI, 2,502 kills. 459 on the Illyrian Noble Hoplite. Crazy. Then a lot of his Illyrian Marines did pretty solid. Well, that is going to be it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to go hit that subscribe button. And, I would love to see your guys' comments in the comment section. I do try to respond to them. And we will see you guys next time.